And welcome to HirePresence. I'm Pat Dewar, and we have a great show for you today. Today I've brought on Jody Holland. Jody's the author of a book called My Judo Life, a leadership fable about a man who loses his job and then finds his niche as a result of it. I'm really thankful for all that Jody's going to bring to the table today because he's bringing together some of, the testing and I'll say the testing and how do I say it? Jody,
understanding who you really are on the inside, so that you get matched up for the right position.
He says it so much better than I do. The point is that Jody, I've seen his testing material, and he really is good about bringing together the right client and employer for the right match, so that people stay. So it's basically attracting and retaining talent. So Jody, thanks so much for bailing me out on the intro, but I just wanted to say that it's one of those things that it's not an easy kind of thing to understand. So when you're the owner of MuRF Systems, what the heck is a MuRF system?
Well, contrary to popular belief, it has nothing to do with the Smurfs. But MuRF Systems is a company that was put together to help attract, retain, and develop top performers for companies. And we do that through pre-hire testing, through job matching, through coaching, and through leadership development. So MuRF actually stands for multi-rater feedback. The very first tool that the company created was a multi-rater feedback, or a 360 evaluation tool. So that's kind of where the name came from. It's a mouthful to say the multi-rater feedback, so we just shortened it to MuRF.
And when someone is engaging with you guys, do you normally engage companies, not as much individuals, or what?
We have actually three sides to the business. The first side is dealing with the companies. When we're working with organizations, our goal is to help them understand what a top performer looks like psychologically, and then as you try to match a person in, you're identifying, okay, here's where they match, here's where they don't, and here are the steps to make them successful. The second side of it is working with the development of the leaders. So we take the people who they do have in-house, whether they inherited them or it's somebody that they're just bringing in, and we create a training plan so that we get them to a top performance level. The third piece is something we got into about a year and a half ago, and it's working with individuals to help them understand what they were supposed to be when they grew up. And I'll tell you just a short story about how I got to where I was at. When I first went to college, I was majoring in psychology. Thought, I want to be in psychology. I'd always loved the aspects of the human mind. My very first psychology professor scared me. Let's just say that they had some things that they did that I went, wow, if that's what I'm going to end up like, I'm not so sure about it. Now, not everybody is like that, but he was. And so I went and said, okay, I want to be something
kind of
different.
a byproduct of the 60s.
Yes, very much so. A little mood enhancing there from time to time.
Yeah.
I was walking through the parking lot on campus, and I saw a guy in a green Jaguar. Thought, okay, well, I want to do what he does. So I went and asked him, and he was an accountant. So I switched my major to accounting. I made it one semester, one class in accounting, and went, that's not right. Finally, I found someone who could do some testing with me to identify what it was that I would actually enjoy doing, and ended up majoring in communication, and it fit with who I was. So many people are unhappy in their jobs right now because they don't fit. And I think that also contributes to why it's difficult for some people to find a job, is because they look at it, they go apply for the job, and they think, oh, do I really want to do this? And that attitude comes out in their nonverbals, and it prevents them from being hired.
I completely agree. I know that when I went to college, I fell in love with the science of geology, and learning it was fun. It was harder than, I thought it'd be harder than business, but softer than, not as hard as maybe petroleum engineering. But in my senior year, I'm like, God, the person that's going to do this is going to sit on the backside of a well, an oil well, looking at what they call dino poop all the time.
Exactly.
So I went, I don't want to do that. And I got out and went into what I love to do, which was selling and developing other people. So I completely agree with you.
Yeah, and it's interesting. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says that 80% of college graduates will go to work in a field unrelated to their major when they first get a job. So you just spent $60,000 to get a job you didn't intend to have. And after 5 years, 60% of people are still working in jobs unrelated to what they thought their passion would be. So I really feel like when people can find their passion, and there's 3 key areas in there. What are your interests? So what are the things that drive you, that engage you? What is your personality? So what will you fit with or excel at? And what's your cognitive ability or your IQ? You've got to fit those 3 key components in order to be successful in a job.
Well, I know that this show is going to really help a lot of people that are looking for either their dream job, their next job, or really what they want to be when they grow up. And then we're also going to be talking about how can an employer use tools that MuRF has come up with to find that right mix, to find the right person, so that you don't get essentially married to somebody and you bring them on and you realize, oh my gosh, not only do they not have the talent, they don't have the skill set, they don't have even the aptitude to be nice to other people. They're kind of crazy. I know that's something that we don't want, right? We don't want to hire crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
But this show is really all about tips and tools and techniques to help you not just find another job, but find your dream job. It'll make all the difference as you begin to see how HirePresence can help you get where you want to go. We'll be right back.
The Weight Loss Surgery Channel is the world's first online television network devoted exclusively to the weight loss surgery community. Find the information, support, and guidance that can keep you on the road to success. The Weight Loss Surgery Channel, here for you on the web 24 hours a day, every day. Visit us at weightlosssurgerychannel.com.